Hi Scorpio,
Hi, Scorpio.
I'm Franco,
And I'm Myrna.
and we're Into It Tarot, and we're coming back to you this month of November 2015 with your reading. I hope you enjoyed your reading for October. So we're gonna do a little bit similar to that. We're gonna do a small reading to show you what are the energies for this month for you, how to use that energy to your favor, and also to warn you about things that you've been doing that have been keeping you stuck and unable to move forward and heal. So here we go.
Here we go, indeed. So do your best to apply what you learned for October to sort of meld it into this reading so that you have a consistency in terms of how you're proceeding with the guidance that you've been getting.
All right, so let's see what's coming up for Scorpio. Apparently, there's some construction close to us, so we're gonna ask you to just listen closely to what we have to share with you.
Looks like some construction happening in the area of Scorpio as well.
Yes. So, very appropriately, we get the Emperor card for you, Scorpio, this month. This is your month. We're celebrating your birthday, so happy birthday to all those Scorpios.
Happy birthday, indeed.
And those late Sagittarians at the end of November as well. But it seems like this is going to be a very rewarding month for you, where you're going to receive the accolades and the recognition that you need and that you've been desiring for some time. We have the Six of Wands coming up again, where we have people following you now, trusting your leadership and what you have to share. And as the Emperor, it is your duty to lead these people in the right direction. So be very mindful of what your goal is, where you want to be at the end of the month for yourself, and where would you want your family and your friends to be with you at the end of the month as well. Because they're going to be asking you to take the lead on a lot of things. Maybe you're the one to host the holiday party. Maybe you have to do the cooking for Thanksgiving. But they're going to be asking a little bit more from you. And if that turkey doesn't turn out as they like it, they will let you know. So make sure that you have a plan for what you want to do.
What I've been shown for Scorpio is alongside with that very stately presence that's coming through in a more concerted way in November is a lot of stuff that is being eliminated from the way that you relate to the world, the way that you relate to yourself, the way that you experience yourself in relationships, whether it's with family or any sort of dynamic. Because the first two cards that came up, the first one is difficulty in the beginning, and this card is where it's showing you cracking out of a shell. So for months you've sort of been incubating in a way where it looks like you've been tending to certain behaviors and certain areas where you've been feeling stuck and been mindful about those areas. And so in these last several months you've been really putting a lot of focus and concerted effort to bring healing and change to that. And so November looks like it's like you're just starting to come out of that shell. So you're feeling a little bit vulnerable, you're feeling a little bit wobbly, just like
Like a newborn.
like a newborn would.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there will be sort of an energy of insecurity and a little bit of doubt
And something to understand with that as well is to be compassionate with yourself during this month.
Yeah.
If things don't happen right away, or if things take longer for you to maybe to learn a skill or to be able to reach the place that you want to get to, to be kind to yourself and not be don't berate yourself just because you couldn't do it the first time. It's part of the process of what's going on.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a very important part of the process, because the second card for me that I got is splitting apart, and the splitting apart is all about deterioration. It's about letting go. It's about separation. death even, and death in just that you're, kind of getting rid of all the old weeds in your garden. And that's it's a very powerful time because, as I mentioned before, it can, and as Franco mentioned, it can cause sometimes a feeling of insecurity, and and that's part of the process, but it's important.
I just kept going back to the turkey. So maybe you'll have to fry a few chickens or roast a few chickens before doing that big turkey for the dinner. That's going to be your task for the month. To try out smaller things that will lead you to those bigger things eventually, so that you're ready when it happens. So don't just take your turn at the largest possible situation right away. Build up to it throughout the month so that it's easier for you to get to it. One other thing the last card that I'm setting here is the Five of Pentacles. What I'm seeing is that you have to be careful with being by yourself all the time, not wanting to share with anyone. There's a lot of help around you, and there's other people who are willing to guide you and to help you along the way. So don't be afraid to ask for assistance, to go inside of yourself and actually connect with others. I know that Scorpios like, to stay, to retreat when things go bad, or when they're not going as you think that they should be going. It's not necessary for you to sting everyone around you. Also take time to connect with those that could assist you. Remember that as the Emperor and as a leader, the people around you will be there to push your buttons, but also to push you forward. So make sure that you know which are which, and you connect with those that are also helping you push forward. Don't retreat to a point where you lose connection with your environment and with yourself, and you stay out in the cold. Okay.
Yes, exactly. And the final card that I got is sort of the flip side of that, in that it's the card of contemplation. So it's basically just saying, when you do retreat and when you do spend time by yourself, don't do it where perhaps in the past you've
watched a marathon of Grey's Anatomy and on end without really...
No, where you overanalyze the things that you're dealing with in your life. So don't put too much pressure on all of those different areas that are creating stress in some way, or even joy. Just kind of contemplate in a way and reflect in a way that makes you feel good, and that's a bit more detached than what you're normally accustomed to.
Right, so don't waste that time alone watching the marathon, but don't waste it overanalyzing everything.
Exactly.
Just contemplate about it and stand away from it for a while until it sorts itself out.
Yeah, if you see someone in the marathon, don't scrutinize everything, the way that they're running, the shorts, the color they're wearing. Just view it in a very okay, I'm just here on my couch chilling. And make it be a very flowish kind of engagement. Right.
So just to recap, this is going to be a very demanding month for you, Scorpios. People are going to be looking at you as a leader and as the head piece. So they want you to take charge, and perhaps they're going to be asking from you a little bit more than that what they usually ask. Make sure that you have a plan for whatever is asked for you, and start small. Don't bite into the biggest piece at first. Build yourself into it. Also, be mindful of the assistance that there is from others, and don't be afraid to ask for that assistance. And when you're observing things, do so from a detached perspective, so that you don't overwork yourself and then scare yourself into hiding completely again.
Right, because you've become overwhelmed.
Right.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoy this reading for the month of November 2015. And if you'll do, please subscribe to our page, Intuit Tarot. Also, you can reach us at intuittarot@gmail.com or visit our website for more information about our readings. Please leave any comments, whether they be good or bad. We'll try to help you out, and please enjoy your month.
Yes, have a wonderful, wonderful month. We're gaining into the end of the year, so enjoy it. Make it a good one.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays.
Toodles.